Suffering with what we would call today chronic fatigue syndrome, Charlotte Elliott of Brighton, England, was an embittered woman. She had been vibrant and lively in her youth, but now her health was broken and the disability had hardened her. A Swiss minister, Dr. Caesar Milan, visited the Elliots on May 9, 1822. Over dinner, Charlotte lost her temper and railed against God and family in a violent outburst. "If God loved me," she yelled, "He would not have treated me this way. What kind of God would do this to me?" Her embarrassed family left the room, and Dr. Milan was left alone with her. You could have cut the silence with a knife. "You are tired of yourself, aren't you?" he asked. "You are holding to your hate and anger because you have nothing else in the world to cling to. Consequently, you have become sour, bitter, and resentful." "So what is your cure?" asked Charlotte. "The faith you are trying to despise," he answered. As they talked, Charlotte softened. "If I wanted to become a Christian and to share the peace and joy you possess," she finally asked, "what would I do?" "You would give yourself to God just as you are now, with your fighting and fears, hates and loves, pride and shame." "I would come to God just as I am? Is that right?" Charlotte did come just as she was. Her heart was changed that day, and as time passed, she found and claimed John 6:37 as a special verse for her. "He who comes to me, I will by no means cast out." Years later, her brother, Reverend Henry Elliott, was raising funds for a school for the children of poor clergymen. Charlotte wrote a poem. It was printed and sold across England. The leaflet said, "Sold for the benefit of St. Margaret's Hall, Brighton. Him that cometh to me, I will in no wise cast out." Underneath was Charlotte's poem, which has since become the most famous invitational hymn in history, "Just as I Am." Despite her chronic fatigue, Charlotte lived to be about 82 and wrote about 150 hymns. As her loved ones sifted through her papers after her death, they found over 1,000 letters she had kept from people which expressed their gratitude for the way this hymn had touched their lives.